Hey guys, real quick. You're probably wondering where the Orbweaver tutorial is. Well, I didn't have a setback so much as I had I had some feedback from a guy who attempted to mod his Orbweaver based off my Tartarus tutorial, combined with my older Orbweaver tutorial from a previous version of the mod from, I think, years ago at this point, and had some trouble, namely with the thickness of the cup on the inside hitting the back plate, and some other stuff. But I wanted to do the mod again on an orb to make sure that I wasn't seeing the same thing, or I didn't experience the same thing. And I also had an idea for expanding the mod even further. So just to start, I didn't have the trouble that the guy had. I forgot his name. You can go back to my videos and look at his comments. I'll maybe put something in the description with some details. But it is tight inside of here, getting all of the cabling in, and it takes some doing to make that happen. He put his teensy on the inside and had to remove a post or some material. I've never done that, and I don't personally think that I'm going to do that, because I don't like removing more material than I have to. So I think this Orbweaver mod is all good and set. I need to do a tutorial with the next one that I do. Having said that, here's what I've added. So for those of you who have watched my previous tutorials, you'll know that part of the process is the PCB on the inside of this, where the factory Dpad is. We remove the switches, and we don't discard that PCB, but part of the mod is removing the factory functionality around the Dpad, right? Because you're taking switches off the board and you don't put them back. So that's always kind of bothered me, and I never had a good idea or a good solution. And I'm not sure that this is good. I think that it's satisfactory. There might be a better place or a better thing to do. But for now, this is what I've got. This is another 3D printed part. I'm calling it the Dpad harness. And it's got 4 square holes that these Alps switches go into. These dust-free switches, and you feed wires to the bottom, and then it goes in here, and this is actually soldered to that factory PCB. So this is the factory Dpad, basically, with different switches and relocated. So this mod, the factory Dpad goes right here. We have to remove it to put the stick. Well, I instead of just leaving it removed, I just relocate the Dpad to be right here. On the Tartarus, there's actually room to put it up top in the thumb button. So the next time I do a Tartarus, I'll show you guys that. I'll expand that tutorial. It's actually pretty neat looking. But on the Orbweaver, I thought about maybe putting it right here, but you would have to remove this screw post, and you would have to do stuff to the way that this button works. There's a plastic piece that goes this way, and you would have to cut or do some funny stuff there. I didn't want to do that. You do have to drill a hole in the side of the body to get this in, but there are 2 spots on this body that I found that would minimize the amount of material removed. So it's basically there, so it's here, or it's there-ish. And you're fighting between the screw posts and the LED array on the inside. Also, the further you get down here, this tapers, and there's less room. So over here probably would have worked, but it would have been finicky. This actually worked just fine. I was able to put it all back together. So you've got the factory Dpad back. I'm not sure exactly what the use case is going to be, because if you're doing one of these numbers, reaching around to hit it in the heat of gameplay is probably not ideal, but at least we haven't removed factory functionality. Like, you can bind these via Synapse. Synapse sees these, and that's pretty cool. So you can use them for navigation, menu navigation, or you've got those functions there still, and all this stuff still works. And I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to do a... I don't like the fact that there are naked buttons there. I think it'll work, but and I did spec this out for what we call dust-proof or dust-free buttons. So they don't need a cover, but I would like to put some kind of hat on top of it. And I've got a few ideas floating around, nothing finalized yet. I'm going to ask this customer what he wants and give him some of my ideas, but we'll see how it goes. And at some point in the future, I'll do the Orbweaver tutorial that includes this with all the finished parts. But so, we've got these new parts for the stick, and now we've got these new parts. So I just wanted to show this off, get some feedback if y'all had any feedback, and just kind of keep you up to date on where the mod is. It had been a while since I had done the Tartarus V2 tutorial, and I know that there were some of you who were waiting on the Orbweaver tutorial, so this is what you've been waiting on. And yeah, I'll have some more updates in the future, but anyways, yeah, shoot me your feedback, let me know what you think, and yeah, thanks for keeping up with all this. I enjoy doing it, but knowing that other people get something out of it feels good. Anyways, catch y'all later. Bye.